Okay, so I have more time today. I mean, I just got here. As you can see, it looks like it's about to start getting dark soon. I'm here. I'm gonna try to do one or two things. I have to, secure the actual engine mounts. They're in spot, but they're not. There's no bolts there, or whatever you want to call it. It's nuts there to keep them secure. Engines in place. Just trying to map out a few things. I gotta go underneath the car and secure the slave cylinder to its location, and then start planning to get some things situated. So my cousin came through, brought the starter. Take a look at that in a second.
You got easy work right there.
And here's the starter rebuilt. Shout out to my other cousin who hooked me up. Looks crispy. Yeah, the joint was crazy when I had it the first time, so I'm glad. So pretty much here I am right now under the car trying to figure out how I'm going to lay the starter and secure it, and looking at some of the other little things that I have to get done. So right now I'm looking at the starter bolts that I had from my car and the starter bolts that came with the swap kit. So right here, don't mind the crotch shot. I'm looking at that plate that goes over the bottom half of the oil pan that connects to the transmission. I'm trying to figure out how to get that in there. That was relatively easy. We got that in there. The starter's already secured. We bolted that up and tightened it. My cousin right there with the cap on. He's a Red Sox fan, unfortunately, talking to me, bringing me the bolts that I needed to secure that. So right now I'm tightening up that plate underneath the transmission and underneath the engine. Yeah, so right here I'm under the car trying to put the AC condenser back on its bracket. I had it hanging from like a wire, which is not good. So fortunately, nothing happened and everything looks intact, but I wanted to secure it. The only issue that I had is that the top part of the bracket, the bolt and nut sequence look a little bit longer than usual, and it might be for something else, or it might be that something else was bolted to it. But I'll figure that out when I start buttoning everything else back together. Right now, it's just a big puzzle trying to put pieces back together because it's been a minute since I had this apart, and I'm trying to remember as I go. I do have the book, but the book doesn't really show much. I'll try to snap little shots here and there of other people's cars or engine bays and go on the internet and look for a lot of different things. But we're making progress and things are coming along nicely. All right, so here's what I got done today. Shout out to my cousin for helping me out. He don't want me on camera, so I'm gonna show his face. Let me put the flashlight on. So my other cousin rebuilt the starter. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. That's the starter. Brand new starter. Put that back on. Well, not brand new. Rebuilt starter. Put that back on. I tighten up. But I just put this back on the bracket. The what you call it? The condenser for the AC compressor. Under the car. Let's go under now. Oh, man, I put that plastic underneath. Anyway, you can see under the car. Hold on. Yeah, I locked it up already. Let me get this stuff out. I don't want to dirty my clothes. Go for the front. Let me go under the car. Okay, so I'm under the car. Just showing y'all what I did. This stuff I gotta clean up. As you can see, this is disgusting. It might be leaking from there, or it might be still dripping from the top, but I think it's leaking, so I'm gonna try to change that and clean that up. I hope I don't got nothing severe with the power steering. But I put this transmission shield, whatever you want to call it, bracket back on. Put that back on. Slave cylinder, bolted that back up. Got that on. I had it kind of hand tightened, but I made it tight today. The screw underneath here. I put the AC condenser back on. I think this might be the wrong bracket, or I might be missing a piece that gotta go here because that looks a little bit longer. But whatever, I put that on just to keep it from hanging, because first it was just hanging and it was hanging on this like wire. So I hope that wire is still intact. It was hanging. Starter. There you go, see the starter. My cousin rebuilt that for me, so that's there. That's good to go. Starters in there. Put that in there. Yeah, this little things to tie up loose ends. So yeah, so it's coming along. Top of the engine looking good. I gotta just clean up 1 or 2 more things. This side I gotta kind of straighten out and get this kind of going. But it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited that it's making moves. The weather is getting colder. Today was a nicer day, so I was able to come in here and do that. And then I gotta figure out the puzzle, putting everything back together. But that's it. Getting dark, as you can see. Shut down, close it up. Getting closer, man. Getting closer. I still gotta drill that hole. I didn't do that yet. Still gotta drill the hole for the shifter. Here she is. It shifts into gear. Here you go. Look at that. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's doing its thing. I mean, this is a little. It's kind of like to the side to me, but whatever. I mean, that's in my head. Not really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be covered up with the boot. I mean, everything seems to be okay. I gotta get a shifter, boot, and a shift knob, but that's in there. Once I drill that hole, the rear section will be more secure, so then it won't feel as sloppy as it is right now when I pull it into gear. So, like I said, baby steps. We're getting there. Any other day that's relatively warm, I'll be out here trying to get this stuff done. And shout out to my cousin again for help. All right.